Hello, War Council Army. It's so nice to see you guys. It's been a while, and it's a little late, but it's never too late to talk about the art of war. Tonight, we are going to lock in on UFC 323, Merab Dvalishvili versus Peter Yan, Part 2. I am your co-host, moderator, and First Lady Adair, and your host, who has lived at the highest level of the art of war, Mr. Jamal Hill.
Going on, y'all? Got my Pops hat on. We ready to dive into some fights. Got some great action going on. Merab Dvalishvili going for history. 4th title defense within a year. Nasty work. It's a bad man.
It's crazy.
Here to break it all down. This is a stacked card. Card is absolutely stacked. Good fights from start to finish. Excited. I'm expecting a lot of action. Some knockouts. Some wars. Yeah, man, let's talk about them.
All right. So, starting all the way from the early prelims, we got fights all throughout here. Is there any one on the early prelims you want to hit first, or you want to go straight to prelims?
We can just give like a pretty much an overall summary of them. Starting out, we got the how you say it's Myron Santos.
Myron Santos.
I'm not really familiar with the guy he's fighting, but Myron Santos is a stud. He's a standout from the Contender Series, absolute beast. Striking is crisp. Kid's always at the PI working, always working out, always in good shape, and that's one that's really exciting. Gonna be an exciting one to see. We either get a highlight reel finish or a really, really good fight. Mensur Abdul Malik versus Antonio Tucio. Tricoli?
Yeah.
Tricoli? I don't know. Another good fight. Damn. Antonio's looking to get his first win within the UFC. He's been had a tough go. He's fought some tough prospects, and he's not getting any easier prospect with Mensur. Mensur is a beast, dog. This guy's a physical freak. Really, really strong, really, really dominant wrestler who has dynamite in his hands. Absolute dynamite, one punch power. He just hits hard. He learns really fast. I've had the opportunity to train with them at Extreme Couture and get some rounds in with him. The kid's good. He's game. He's really skilled. He's still learning. He's still learning and putting together his game, and he's still coming into his own and still growing. But he's good now, and whenever he starts to hit that peak, he's going to be one of those guys. I think he's going to be one of those top guys. Looking forward to this fight 100%.
The next one is in your division. It's Io Baranowski versus Ibo Aslan. That's the one.
Not familiar with Baranowski, but
Baranowski it's his debut.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Ibo Aslan. I've seen him fight a couple times. Really, really powerful puncher, heavy hitter. Leaves himself open while he's swinging. While he's swinging big, he kind of sells out to knock you out, and has to get you out of there early. I'm not really familiar with the other guy, but we'll see how that whole thing works out and plays out.
I did read on his stat that he had a 16-win fight streak before he came over.
Yeah, he's a nasty striker, heavy puncher. But I think that would be a good one too, because that's the game. He comes to knock people out. So we're gonna see. Edson Barbosa versus
Jalen
Turner. Absolute striker's treat. That's a striker's treat. Jalen Turner getting back active after had some tough losses. Was thinking about calling it a career, which I didn't agree with. I just think that he's still young. He still got a lot in the tank, and he just has to keep working at evolution. That's the game. Just keep working at evolution. Keep working at evolving. He's fighting Edson Barbosa, a guy who's a testament to evolution and evolving. He's been around the game for the longest, creating highlight reels and everything. This is going to be an absolute banger of a fight. Yeah, it's going to be a great fight.
Marvin Vettori versus Bruno Ferreira.
Marvin Vettori versus Bruno Ferreira. It's gonna be a good one. Bruno Ferreira is a very, very strong puncher, powerful guy. He, from what we've seen now, he's a very, very good he's a very, very good grappler. He's got very good submissions. He's a very strong dude. He's just a tank, short, compacted, powerful dude. Been getting guys to the ground and having his way in the submission game. Marvin Vettori's not easy to take down. Marvin Vettori has very game grappling as far as from the wrestling to the submission defense. I don't know if we've really seen him against a submission specialist, but Ferreira can actually punch too. So there's that. Marvin Vettori is a very durable guy, tough guy. I can see this being a tough fight. Depending on how they come out and push it. Because Marvin Vettori is also like, he doesn't go. He doesn't put his foot on the gas like he should. And I feel in a lot of fights, and he leaves some things on the table and gives people chances that, maybe they might not have had if he actually went after him. So we'll see what happens with that.
All right, now we just glanced over that for a second, gave you a quick little rundown. Now we're going into the prelims with your buddy old pal Nazim opening the prelim card.
My brother.
versus Zeam.
Yeah, Nazim versus how you say his name?
Last name would be Zeam. Zeam, I believe.
Zeam. How you say his first name?
Zeam.
Farish?
Probably Faris.
Faris from Paris.
Faris from Paris.
Yeah. From what I've seen this guy around the PI this week, that dude's tall. He's a really tall 155er.
Is he?
6'1". 6'1" at 155. That's tall. Nazim's pretty tall for
75-inch reach.
75-inch reach is nasty work. Yeah, the physical size obviously go Zeam. But man, Nazim is so skilled. Nazim is very skilled. Nazim is a skilled boxer. He has really good head movement. He can get into a flow state and get to flowing and just, he can enter that flow state. I've worked out with him. I've done some work with him, and he's tough. He's tough as nails. He's durable. He's gonna keep fighting. He's not gonna give up the entire fight. As we seen in his last fight with Nicholas Modem was candidate for fight of the year. That was just from the durability that both of the guys showed and the heart and the toughness from both of these guys within that last fight. So how do I see this fight? Nazim's got to get close. I believe a good strong parry, because what I've seen from Zeam, when he does strike he's not much of a touch striker, right? He sits heavy in his jab. He sits heavy in his fill out shots, right? What that does is, if you're able to parry that and deter that, if they're sitting heavy in it, that's shifting their weight off. So that's kind of taking their balance off, and that's kind of putting them in a vulnerable position to where you can advance and you can lay your strikes off of that. That's where Nazim needs to enter at, right? He needs to enter off of good parries and good slips. He can't just find himself on the outside just kind of slipping, making punches, misses, and making it look pretty. You have to slip and move with a purpose, right? When a guy's that has that much reach over you and that much height, those slips and those counters and those parries need to be used to cover their distance, to close that distance. The biggest challenge for Nazim in this one is going to be closing and covering that distance, which he can also use the wrestling, shooting at his legs, and have him worried about that as well. To just as something else to keep him thinking and keep him guessing. Zeam, he's a tall guy. Outside, fighting from the outside, staying back. Yeah, that gives him a shot. I really don't want to. Nazim is my brother, man. That's my guy. I really don't. Like, what most I can do is really be like, best of luck to you, Zeam. But I really ain't got much to say on this till after the fight.
All right, our next one is Macy Barber versus Karine Silva. Macy is number 5. Silva's number 9.
He said, "I see you old time."
Oh, the hat, yeah. Both
like
ladies,
my grandpa.
both ladies are coming off of a win. No odds are in on this one either. So, what are your thoughts on this matchup? How do you see it going?
It's a good fight. It's a good fight. It's one of those girl fights that's going to be actually a fun and competitive fight.
Mm-hmm.
Silva throws bombs. She punches to do damage and punches with real malicious intent.
Yeah.
Macy's game. Macy's got good striking. She's athletic. She's got good movement. Is this the first time we've seen her since the injury?
I don't believe so. I think she had another fight.
Yeah.
Right before.
I don't know how to say.
Or right after. Oh, Seminara.
Yeah.
Seminara.
Won that one by unanimous decision. I'm not quite fresh or remember that fight. But Macy's got hands. She's got good movement. She has the ability. She has the one punch power to be able to connect and shift and change the fight drastically. As well as her opponent. I'm looking forward to this one. It's gonna be a really, really good fight. It's really gonna come down to who can keep their hands up, who's more disciplined in their striking from when they hit, because they're gonna be able to hit each other. But I think the damage will be able to come out for that, being able to get hit, maybe roll it and stay with it, and then land and counter behind that. Mm-hmm. I could see that being the way that one of them lands that big shot, like the other one just kind of coming in. It's like maybe they come in, maybe they might land initially, they keep throwing, and then they just try to extend the combo for too long, and the other one just bang just throws and lands from there. I could see something like that happen, because more so I could see Macy capitalizing that way, because Silva, whenever she hits and she lands, it's just more so about just steady hitting you. She doesn't really keep her hands up or follow. She's not really all that technical. She just like wants to hit you and just kind of keep putting hits on you, keeping pressure. I believe that's the way that she should fight this fight. Come forward, stay in her face, pressure, push her backwards. For Macy, I think she should just stay crisp, clean, and slick and wait for her opportunities to land big shots off of the counter when she opens up and she leaves herself open.
Boom. All right, and our next one, lightweight bout. Terrence McKinney versus Chris Duncan. Right now, the odds are in favor of Chris to win at -185. What are your thoughts on this one?
It's a good one. It's a good fight. No, Terrence is my brother. I love Terrence. It's been my guy. We were on Contender Series the same night together, the night that I got signed. I know Chris. I've seen Chris fight on Contender Series, and was on the same management.
Yeah, this will be.
It's gonna be a good one.
Third fight.
It's gonna be a good one. All right. So here's the thing. Here's how I see this fight. Right. Chris Duncan is a very, very strong puncher. Whenever he's able to square people up and hit them and land, he can land with devastating. He has a very, very devastating. I believe he's orthodox. So I believe he's got a very, very strong. He's got a very powerful right hand. Right. Yeah, but he's got a very powerful hand. He's a very powerful puncher, but his bread and butter is getting people down to the ground and getting on them and working his way to a submission. I believe in his truest nature, he's a grappler, right? That's how he's thrived for the most part up until this point, getting guys down, having his way there, right? Mm-hmm. Thing is, Terrence McKinley is one of the most naturally gifted and skilled grapplers in MMA, right? And especially in this division. Like, he has some things that whenever Terrence is on and he's on his game, he can compete with anybody.
Yeah.
Like, he can absolutely compete with anybody, right? I don't believe Chris will be able to take him down. I believe Terrence is the better wrestler. the more skilled wrestler in this. So I believe this fight will play out on the feet, right? We've seen Terrence caught. Terrence's biggest thing is him getting caught with big shots, right? Chris has the ability to hit people with those big shots. Terrence is fast. Terrence is very fast. Terrence is very athletic. Terrence needs to use that speed. I believe Terrence working behind a good jab, good feints, good head movement. Hell, even if he's able to block, or maybe kind of play that pity pat Perry game, right? Mm-hmm. Where he kind of gets him out there, he gets him playing this hand touch game. From there, if Terrence can get him playing the hand touch game to where they're going to where he can control the rhythm of how the hands are moving, Terrence can piece him up, right? Terrence is faster. I believe Terrence should definitely use his speed, use straight punches and straight shots more so. Whenever Chris does explode forward, I believe Terrence can use a hook. That would be the time to use a hook to step off and get off to the outside, so he's not just kind of in front of him exchanging. Don't make it a brawl. But yeah, be quick, be straight punches. Just be faster with him in and out. Use good footwork in and out, and work it from there. And like I said, Terrence is skilled enough to take him down and actually mix that in to a part of his game. Also.
All right, I like it. All right, and our last one before we get to our main card, Grant Dawson versus Manuel Torres. Both these guys coming off of win. Right now, the odds are in favor of Dawson at minus 205. Manuel Torres at plus 170. What are your thoughts on this one?
A wrestler, grappler versus an absolute devastating fucking striker. Torres is nasty, man. Torres is nasty. He's vicious. And he's tall for this division.
88% takedown defense.
What? He's tall. Oh, no, they're the same height.
Yeah, exactly the same.
I think he just got built. His limbs just look long as shit. I don't know why. Torres
his shoulders look broad and high, and his arms just look really long.
Look really gangly. He's got an inch and a half longer reach. They're the same height.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Got different body builds.
Miguel also has that power, dog. He's a hitter. He's one of those hitters, one of those guys that can crack you, hit you from outside range and also hit you from a short range and do some really serious damage. Well, it's pretty simple in this fight. Grant Dawson's got to get him down. He's got to get him down. Even so, whenever he gets him down, he's like, bro, you got to start working towards finishes. Grant Dawson's main thing has just been out grapple you, tire you out, and just kind of wear you down like that. Torres is also has some athleticism. He's strong. I believe he can get up. Grant Dawson isn't just a hold you down, just put you down and you don't get back up. He's a grinder. He works you. Miguel is always dangerous. Always dangerous. Long, tall, good range. I believe he should work behind the jab. Work behind the jab and put low kicks, good calf kicks, low kicks on Dawson early to take away some of that spring out of him from those shots and from that wrestling. I believe just kind of staying low, working behind that jab, working those kicks, and even working some body shots. Working shots to the body can keep you low and keep you under that, can keep him under that wrestling to where Dawson can kind of get into a panic where he starts to just get desperate and shoot. We saw that with Bobby Green, and that's how Bobby Green was able to catch him. And the punch didn't really take. It was a punch that really didn't take much, and put him out. I believe Miguel should just fight comfortably and safe with good pressure forward on him, to where he can neutralize but be ready for the takedown and neutralize the takedown, and then work to beat him up off of that. But keep pressure. Let him keep shooting him. Let him keep shooting. stuff the takedowns. Be in position to stuff the takedowns. So you tire him out, you wear him out, and then you beat up on him from there. For Grant Dawson, he's gonna have to stay comfortable, stay safe, good high hands, good defense. Get Miguel back up into the cage and work to his grappling. Work to get to his grappling. He's got to get Miguel on the back foot. Maybe a big shot early to get him back to get respect to get into the cage to where you can get him down. But I believe Dawson in this needs to get him down early and take the wind out of his cells. Like if he don't get him down early and take the wind out of his cells, he runs a great risk of being finished in this fight.
Good. All right, we're already on the main card.
Super chat right here.
I do see a super chat. I was going to say if you wanted to do that before we touch the main card, or you want to? No? Okay, I got it here. We have at Yemen 4580. Thank you for your contribution. Thoughts on eye pokes? It seems like certain fighters are weaponizing them and taking advantage of a lack of consequences of said action. What are your thoughts on that? I actually heard something recently. It was
Cejudo.
Yeah, what he said about, them coming in the back, locker room, breaking. You already know, they ask you right then and there, do you have any questions about the rules, right?
Yeah, no, it's true.
And then from there, what do you
give you a
think
whole
about
breakdown.
the whole...
They tell you everything. They tell you keep your hands up. Don't put your hands to the face. So yeah, you are warned in the back about that. It's tough, man. It's a tough thing whenever you fight. Like I've been fighting, I've been poked in the eye, and I've poked people in the eye. Like in the Glover fight, like
Didn't you get eye poked twice, or did you poke him twice?
He poked me, and then I accidentally poked him.
Yeah, but wasn't there another poke somewhere in there?
No.
Okay.
Well, the one where I did get poked, we just didn't stop, and it was just kind of just waved off.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, man. It's a tricky thing, bro, because you never know. And do I think some people take advantage of it? Probably 100% somebody does. They know shit. I can poke them in the eye, and it'll just be a warning.
Yeah, I'll just get a warning.
Yeah, and I'll just get a warning. So yeah, 100%. That's one of those things. It's a really, really gray area. I honestly don't know what you can do about it without limiting or taking away from somebody's ability to fight and ability and skill set. So I don't know, man. Maybe more discernment. Try to have like some type of criteria of when the eye poke occurs. Maybe if it's occurring like while they're trying to enter and you're just stopping them from entering and you're poking them in the eye.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's one thing. Like if y'all are in like a thing and you just like won't, but then you just try to you put a hand up and just like go for space and you poke somebody in the eye. I don't know, man. I really don't know. It's just one of those things. It's just difficult, bro.
Yeah. I think it's questionable because we've had fighters come out and admit, at least with low blows,
100%.
Like, hey, I know I'm going to get a warning, so I'm going to.
And that can fuck you up for the rest of the fight.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. I don't know, bro. You just
no
want to
one likes
hope that
getting
people
poked in the eye.
You just want to hope that people are coming in with good intentions and trying to have an honorable and clean fight. Yeah. That's the most you can do.
All right, so let's start off our main card with the big boys, your division, with our number 5 ranked Jan Blachowicz versus Bogdan Guskov at 11. Right now, the odds are in favor for Jan to win. However, Guskov is coming off of a 4-fight win streak, I believe, and all of them have ended before the 3rd round. It's kind of on fire right now. What are your thoughts about these guys in the cage?
I think it's a great fight. I think we got a former champion. Jan's up there in age at this point. He's getting up there. He's getting older. He just wants to make his last push towards the title and have that storybook in there. Bogdan is trying to burst onto the scene, jump in and put his name in the hat to get up there and achieve that ultimate goal that we're all here fighting for, which is win a championship. Two exciting guys. I think Bogdan is obviously a striker. He's explosive. He's an explosive striker. He's got really good punching power. I believe that his power and a lot of the speed and things that comes from how he throws. He's one of those guys that kind of like throws and he'll like kind of set you up movement and then he'll cut boom, boom, boom. But the reason why he's gotten away with keeping his hands down and not bringing his hands back to the right space whenever he's punches because he's throwing more than one punch. He's setting up the way he throws. He's already in position to boom, throw one shot and follow it up with another shot after that. So even if you do have a counter coming, he's already got that shot. He's already got the shot coming. So you have to deal with his shot. While you're trying to get off and get your counter back, he's already got another shot coming. And his hands being down and him just kind of winging them make them come fast and it makes them come hard and with devastating effect. So yeah, there's that. Blachowicz is a tank. I've seen like this week. I've actually noticed like this. Blachowicz is a broad dude. Like he's a really, really like just thick built like dude. Right? Pause. If that sounded crazy in any type of way, but
he's a tank.
Yeah, he's a tank. He's a tank. He's a really, really broad shoulders, really broad chest, big guy coming forward. But he don't push much. He don't push the action much. The thing with Alberg, I believe he it was up in the air for him winning the fight against Alberg. But I believe the thing was what it came down to that fight, he was too like lax and too much of just like going with the flow. Whatever pace Alberg wanted to fight at.
I was just going to ask you about
doing that.
Like,
you know
do you think
that's how he was going
because of that loss? And, just from like that, you think he'll start push more in this fight, which I would hope to see.
You never know. Like I said, like that's one weird thing that people do. Like, oh, I would think that because this happened. I don't know this dude. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know how he's thinking. I don't know. He could have thought like, damn, I did push as much as I pushed a lot. I did enough. They just want to screw me over. Like, I don't know. You don't know what he's thinking or how he took that loss or how he took any of that. So, we got to go based off of what we've seen and what we've seen him done. And consistently, we've seen him like, his idea of pressure isn't exactly pressure. Maybe it's different whenever you in there and you're in the cage and you're across from him, right? But he's like, kind of like, he's there and he'll come at you, he'll swing, but if there's an end to it, it's not just like constantly boom, 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 banging. He's constantly got you in pressure. And there's constantly that threat of that, if you make a mistake, he comes at you and then there's an end to it. That could be dangerous for him, right? How do I see it? What do I think they should do, right? I think Bogdan's best chance is standing. I believe he does have the advantage from the outside, the initial entry. A lot of times, Jan's defense, whenever he's throwing, is just to kind of tuck his head and tuck his chin down, which you can do that. And then he'll like kind of come for that punch, but then that sets you up for that follow-up punch that he's already setting up whenever he first enters. Bogdan, I mean. Right. I believe he should do that. Play the outside, play the distance game from the outside and just be faster. Be the faster fighter that he is. Enter and throw, keep putting those combinations on him. And just kind of stay on the gas. I believe he should dictate the pace. He's going to have to fight at a higher output for this just to kind of take over the fight, just so he's staying up and winning the fight. Not saying that he can't catch him. Jan is very durable. I can't think of a time where I've seen Jan Blachowicz like rocked. I believe he's been knocked out before, hasn't he? I'm not sure. But I've never, personally, I can't think off the top of my head, I can't think of a time where I've seen Jan, like Blachowicz just bang, he's hurt or he's rocked or anything like that. So that's why I say you're going to have to beat him up with volume. You're just going to have to just outclass him, right? He's got a championship gas tank, so he can fight all the rounds. But he does tend to slow down, start breathing heavy. You can start to see before, and he's just like kind of here. I believe Bogdan should use his youth and stay on him at that point, right? Don't fully commit too far in because how he leaves his hands down, Blachowicz should be waiting for that. Now on the other side, I believe Blachowicz should also stay in Bogdan's face. I believe he should be trying to cut him off and corner him and force him into exchanges on his turn. Blachowicz needs to draw out a strike first, draw out that first initial strike to where it misses. It needs to miss. He can't block. He can't just block that because then he'll get into a point. He'll get into a situation where he's just getting backed up. He's just gonna get backed up and he's just gonna get backed out, right? Mm-hmm. So I believe Blachowicz needs to come out. He needs to draw out that first strike, whether he gets him to even feint and maybe think he want to throw and not throw like that little step out where he's there and then go. But he has to get him off balance and off his center before he just enters. Because I believe that is where he'll have the most success. Because then now if you get him to where he's like, oh, you can't then, or even be fast, walk him down, get close, get initial, and then come in fast. Like that first initial one needs to be fast to where it catches him off guard and it surprises him because you need to get him to where he's off balance, to where he's not there to use that speed because he does have some head movement. That's another reason why he's not getting hit. He's got his hands down and he's moving a lot, right? So you need to get him to where he's not moving. He's centered. You keep him still, and then you're able to force him into exchanges where you can control the exchanges. And he's going to have to catch him on, honestly, he's going to have to catch him after that second punch comes, right? So I believe Blachowicz his best chance to
you said after that
second punch comes, unless he can draw Bogdan into throwing just a heavy shot to where he's not really following it up, but it's just a heavy shot and just one. He's either got to force him where he can set him up to where he's got to throw one, or he's got to prepare to counter after the second shot.
Okay.
So yeah, that's how I say that one.
All right, this next one I have a little bit of an anxious feeling about this one. I'm excited to watch it. We have Henry Cejudo versus Peyton Talbott. And we got Cejudo at number 10. Peyton just this up-and-coming star. It's one of those fights that I'm like, man. But I'm excited to watch it because it's just like a clash of styles, you know?
It's raw talent. Peyton is he's skilled, but he's just so just naturally talented and naturally gifted, and with
Very
really good
athleticism.
Exciting to watch, good to watch. Which that makes him dangerous. He has timing. He has good tracking with his eyes. He's got good timing. And he's got good balance with his strikes, which is why whenever he lands so devastating, right? He puts you at the end of those strikes. It's almost like a smaller Carlos Prates, right? Hits you at the end of the strikes. He can fight in the pocket. He has like nice slick uppercuts and things for the inside. He has good strong, devastating things on the inside that he can hit you with, but I don't think that's really his game. His game is more so sniping you from the outside, picking you apart, piecing you up, and hitting you with devastating shots using that length and athleticism and explosiveness. Henry's Olympic wrestler, former champion, really good boxing, really good boxing, and then just really good wrestling. He's one of those guys that just kind of grind you out from there, just the work between the wrestling and the boxing. He just kind of mixes it up between you, so you never know what's coming at you, and it kind of overloads you with that, and then it just lives off of you making a mistake, giving you a look,
patient in
making a mistake.
way.
Yeah, right. For Peyton Talbott, he's got to fight from the outside. This fight for Peyton Talbott needs to be one where he keeps Henry back from him. Henry's a shorter guy, and he's the better wrestler. Now, we've seen in Peyton's last couple fights where the first round of the last fight, guy got him down, was able to keep him down, control him.
Controlled him on the
As the fight went on, Peyton was able to use that raw talent and that athletic ability to whenever the guy was shooting, he was able to create scrambles and things like that to where he was able to come out on top. Come out and be on top, and then he uses that ability to land devastating shots and do damage to kind of beat the guy up from there and things like that. He was able to land some good shots on him and start to turn the tide of the fight and get the upper hand and kind of take over that fight. He's got to keep Henry on the outside. I believe working behind jabs, teep kicks to the body, teep kicks, high kicks. The high kicks are gonna have to be like kicks that come up fast. Is gonna have to draw Henry's hands and come up and block them and deal with them. But I believe he's just straight punches from the outside. Good jab. Find that straight two, the two and the jab, teep kicks, and just kind of work his thing from there. Hooks could be dangerous here because those are some that Henry's short and he can slip under those, right? And he has boxing. He has boxing on the side, so he's used to timing punches and things like that. So I believe everything that he needs to throw, the things that Talbott needs to throw, needs to be long strikes from the outside. For Henry Cejudo, I believe he needs to get on the inside, use his boxing on the inside, good combinations on the inside to find shots, to draw Payton in, to try to maybe counter with the hands or swing back with the hands, and then shooting under and going working the takedown, working his wrestling. I believe Henry needs to if he can't keep it in that really, really close range where his boxing, where he's able to get his shit off, and then be able to clinch whenever he needs to, or slip or duck under for a takedown whenever he needs to. He needs to go in and just get him down. Shoot, get him down. The good thing about Henry in this one, he won't have to corner him for that because of his boxing, because he's able to mix it up with him there and fight in certain exchanges and hold his own. He won't need to back him down into it. He just needs to be good with timing of mixing up the boxing to the takedown threat, and just do what he does. Mix those up. Have both of those threats present. Don't try any long shots. Hit like you see him big, and you try to hit him big from the outside. I don't recommend Henry do that at all.
Yeah.
Right? Because if he does that and he misses, Payton will just slide, use that good forward, that athleticism to slide back and he'll put one on him. I believe Payton has to knock Henry out to win this fight. I don't see Payton just outclassing Henry for 3 rounds. Mm-hmm. And then
not at Henry's pace, no.
Right.
What he's
and
capable of doing when he starts moving.
Right. And then with the grappling, eventually if it's starting to get it out, eventually if you get tired, eventually Henry's gonna get you down.
Yeah.
It's gonna be hard to get up, and that's gonna eat away time. It's a 3 round fight, and losing in that way, and with your explosiveness, your athleticism being your key to how you get off in striking, doesn't bode well. Mm-hmm. So yeah, he's gonna have to use his athleticism, keep fight Henry from the outside, make Henry work his way to him, and make him pay for it whenever he don't close the distance right, or whenever he makes mistakes entering.
All right. Our next one is the flyweight bout with Brandon Moreno versus Tatsuro Taira, ranked number 5, Brandon at number 2. Right now, the odds are pretty close. They have favor of Taira. I'm going to say Taira. I'm probably butchering this name. Tatsuro. I know how to say his first name. At minus 118, Moreno at minus 102. What are your thoughts on this one? What do you think about these guys?
I love Brandon Moreno. Me and Brandon Moreno are tied together forever. We made history the same night together in Brazil. So it's always love. I'm not really familiar with Torcio. I think he's a grappler, right? He's a grappler.
Our Tatsuro dude?
Pretty rounded.
Yeah, he's well rounded. He's comfortable on the ground. Doesn't have a problem throwing crazy strikes either.
Yeah, I seen the really jumping knee against Perez.
He's really good at scrambles on the ground.
The same height. They're virtually physically identical.
Yes, and he's a high-intensity fighter from what I saw from watching his film.
Why does it say Brandon Moreno 135, and this dude 126? Brandon Moreno missed weight?
No, he didn't miss weight. I mean, he hasn't weighed in yet, but I know I think there was talk about him going, moving. Moving up, but he decided to stay in this weight class.
All right. Yeah, I'm not familiar with this guy. From I've seen his stance, I kind of seen it. He's got like a longer, like elongated like stance to where he kind of for whenever he strikes, so he kind of like pops jabs out there. He looks for the takedown. I've seen him shoot for a takedown. So he's athletic and he's explosive. Dog, Brandon Moreno is one of the most well-rounded guys in the game. His striking is as good as his wrestling. That's as good as his submission. That's as good as his defense.
Mm-hmm.
That he's well-rounded. He's well-rounded everywhere. The one place where I would like to see Brandon put his foot on the gas and go after people more. Get in people's face. Use your skill especially whenever you have somebody hurt or you see, or like, you know what I mean, or you're starting to have some success. I like to see him step on it a little bit more and kind of ramp up and make them have to find an answer for that success rather than kind of lull back and shit and then kind of give him a break and then bang bang have a little bit more success. I'd rather him build on that success and keep that success coming, right? Yeah, I don't really know Torcio. I'm gonna watch this fight. I wish I had a better breakdown for y'all for this, but Torcio, I don't know this dude. Like, I'm not familiar with him at all. It's not like nothing's really outside of the Perez thing, which I'm pretty sure he jumped like on his knee, a sideways like thing on his knee, and kind of blew his knee out, and that was how he won that one. Outside of that, I really don't know nothing about the dude. So. Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't give you a breakdown on this dude. I don't know him. I'll be there Saturday. I'll watch.
I will say this from what I saw from watching his film. I think he has an advantage of. Okay, I'll say this. A key for him, I think, for Tatsuro with Brandon would be to keep Brandon on his back foot. Just moving forward. If you let Brandon get in his pace and his ability to have a fighter move from his footwork, I don't think it would go in Tatsuro's favor as much.
If Brandon kept him on his back foot,
mm-hmm.
Oh, the way he stands, yeah. No, I could see that, especially with the way that he stands. I thought you for a second. I thought you meant like him keeping Brandon on his back foot.
No,
Brandon can fight off his back foot. Brandon has all the strikes.
Helpful for him.
Brandon can even throw a head kick out, moving backwards.
Yeah, he can.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like
he can.
Yeah, I think. I honestly think I don't see Brandon losing this fight. But like I said, I don't know the guy, so I don't want to put no thoughts or none of my bias in nobody else's head on that because I know some of y'all gonna bet on this. But you know what I mean? I don't know the Torcio dude. Like. He could surprise me. I don't know.
All right. So our next one, our first title fight on the card. Another good one. I like this matchup with Alexander Pantoja versus Joshua Van, our number one contender in the flyweight division. What do you think about this fight? This is a really, personally, I think this is a great opportunity for Joshua. If he wins, he would be like big dog of the world. If he loses, he still did something really, because I think he's only 24 years old already fighting for a title. He's very determined, very, 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 he's just skilled. He's a really, really good fighter. And then you have Pantoja, who's just that guy. He's him.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Pantoja's incredible. Pantoja's incredible. I've seen even at times where I was like, all right, bro, his striking, he can be caught here. I believe it was Brandon Moreno. It was the Moreno fight. It just shows a different level, bro. It just shows a different level of just like durability, perseverance, and like his grappling is like he's like the Habib of this weight class right now. You know what I mean? Like everybody he goes in there with and he gets them down. Their grappling is not on the same level as him. He's always in control. He's always the upper hand. He's always the hammer in the grappling.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't believe that changes in this one. I believe Joshua Van has very good boxing. I believe Joshua Van is very quick. He's short, so it gives him some good stature, has him in good position as far as takedown defense. He does get caught with big shots off him hitting. I believe he gets caught admiring his work because he is fast and he is fun to watch sometimes, and he does some pretty slick and some cool things sometimes. I believe he gets caught watching and gets caught admiring his own work. That's why, like in the Moreno fight, some of those after after he will land a combination, Brandon would eat it and come right back with his own and crack him back. He can't get cracked back like that with Pantoja. Pantoja clearly hits differently. Whenever he hits people, even when it don't look like a lot, it like the effect is there, you know. So he can't afford that. So how do I see this fight on a strategical level? I believe Joshua Van needs to stick to his boxing, stick to his good crisp boxing, fast in combinations. He needs that. He needs to fight. He needs to come out firing with combinations. They need to be effective and they need to land well. Yeah, I believe a good jab at Pantoja's chest and a good straight to the sternum at his body, straight punches at Pantoja's chest, neck, and sternum about this region right here. If he can keep a good strikes between his sternum and here, I believe that's a way that he can that he'll be able to keep a certain distance and keep even a warning whenever the takedown is coming, right? So keeping him right at his chest. So whenever he goes to change levels, he has to think he's gonna have to at least adjust or come and shoot at a different angle. He ain't gonna be able to just straight up shoot at him, if that makes sense, right?
Are you saying at the chest as in using it for jabs?
Yeah, punch at his chest. Jabs and twos. Jab, boom, 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 bang. That to try to come up to there off of the turn. Whenever you're turning, whenever you're trying to back up, you're trying to turn. Fire that two and fire those at the body, so he can't just follow you.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yes.
So I believe that and uppercut. I believe the uppercut for Joshua Barnes is gonna be money. His success is gonna depend on how sharp his uppercut is gonna be in this fight. Right. Yeah. Uppercut's gonna be a big weapon. It would probably be a big weapon for Joshua Van in this one.
I like his uppercuts.
Not the backhand, the lead hand uppercut. The lead hand uppercut because he's gonna have to keep it busy with the jab. So that way, if he's able to pop the jab and work behind the jab and get that jab and then have that uppercut there under it, that creates another hesitant for Pantoja because he's not gonna know what's coming. Nobody wants to get hit with an uppercut.
Yeah.
Right. So, and I believe he does have that ability. For Pantoja, I believe Pantoja should stalk him. I believe Pantoja stay tight, stalk him. Van doesn't exactly throw powerful shots. He's not exactly just like a power puncher, right? So it's like, you know what I mean? He picks you apart. It's accumulation. If Pantoja is able to stay in and he gets hit and he hits that shot like all right, maybe he touches you a couple times, maybe he touches you with the first one. He is fast, right? But if he's in position and he's ready to absorb that hit and then come back with his own, we've seen that's how Moreno was Royval. My bad. I keep saying Moreno. Brandon Royval. That's how Royval was catching him. And then just like the good footwork. Charles Johnson was the last person to beat Joshua Van, and that's because he put a pace on him. He put a pace on him. He ended up getting tired, and then he ended up catching him with that uppercut, boom, rocking him, and got on him and finished him from there. I believe Pantoja should be the one implementing the pace here by stalking him, staying on him, keeping him on his back foot, keeping him moving, keeping him worried, and keeping him having to guess when he's going to throw. And then whenever he does throw and he tries to commit, hit him then, work to tie him up, take the wind out of his sails, take him down, and then, you know what I mean, do what you do.
I have a question for you. So can you expand on what you mean by when you said he might get caught up on admiring his work? Not necessarily just for him, but as a fighter, because, I mean, you two have had, like, stunning times in the cage where the audience is reacting. You know, what do you mean when you say like fighters can get caught up in admiring their
seeing
work?
where the punch lands? So you trying to like sometimes it's like, all right, I want to like they'll get caught up where you will get caught up where it's like, all right, it's a jab, it's land, bang, I want to see the jab, but I'm seeing it. All right, now I'm watching the jab land. I'm watching how it hits him. I'm watching his reaction. Watching like, all right, was that fast? All that, rather than just thinking about doing the right things. All right, the jab's here. This was for all right. Now then, what is the jab? All right, this jab's what does the jab give me from there? You get caught admiring your own work, and it causes a small lapse, a small hitch in your thinking and in your movement and in your reaction, and in that it gets caught. This is split seconds. We're talking split seconds and small inches between a punch missing and a punch knocking you out.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
And obviously at championship level, it's those increments get smaller and smaller at the time it takes. I just seen this comment in here. Yeah, I do agree. Pantoja, Joshua Van has the advantage striking. 100% I believe he has the advantage striking as far as skill and talent wise. But Pantoja can hit. He does have power. I believe Pantoja has the power and the strength advantage here. That's basically what I'm saying as far as that goes. But yeah, that's what I mean by getting caught admiring his work. He's trying to watch and see what he's throwing and seeing how it affects. He's trying to see too much rather than just feel and go. You know what I mean? I see. I like it. All right. We actually have another comment that popped up on here. Are you able to pull it up or you want me to read it? Okay, no problem. We have one from @FudgeNugget8875. Cool name. And thank you for your contribution. Jamahal. Can I heem you in UFC 5, my dude?
I don't even know what the fuck that means.
I don't either.
That sounds crazy. That sounds absolutely crazy. What does he mean?
What you mean?
What does that mean, bro?
He should still be in there. He's commented a couple times. Can you clarify, Fudge Nugget?
We must be careful, brothers and sisters. We must be careful. That was a wild statement. Absolutely wild.
I'm assuming it means the game. Maybe?
I don't know what it means, but it just sounds wild to me. Heem?
No definition.
Yeah, the video game.
Yeah.
He said the video. That's what I was thinking. Maybe the video game.
Is Heem the name of the video game?
No.
Is that like a move in the game
Can
or something?
I heem you?
Yeah, that's all.
It means sleepy. Heem sleepy. Can he sleep you?
I mean,
in
I don't
the
know
video
how to play.
game?
Oh, yeah. Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I'm gonna get back into my Twitch thing. I'm gonna bring some of y'all online. I'm gonna start doing a thing with fans where I bring y'all on and we're gonna play some Madden. We're gonna start playing some video games and shit like that because y'all got me fucked up. Like I won't whoop y'all ass out here on these sticks. Y'all think y'all really can't get it on these sticks. You got me fucked up. Y'all do realize I grew up with I had 4 brothers. I got mad cousins. I got homeboys, everything. What you think it was when we was growing up? I was handing out L's and E's before I was handing them out in the octagon. Don't get it twisted, bro. Don't get it twisted.
All right, so keep up with the gaming stuff so you guys can play a couple games.
Oh yeah, because whenever we do meet up and I whip him, you better ask DC about me. I keep receipts.
All right, we can go ahead and get over to the main event of the evening. All right, we got these freaking eyes are crazy. Dvalishvili versus Jan. We got our champion who is on the verge of making history for defending his belt possibly 4 times this year. And Jan stepping back in there with him, which Jan is very, very confident. He said he's going to knock his ass out. He also said that, he was having an off night that night in the cage with.
He said that every night.
With Marab.
Every night
there's been a couple fighters that have commented on that. But
clearly, it was an off night if you lost.
I mean, but isn't that why you guys train so hard so you can be ready if you are off? on that night. You know what I mean? I mean, you train for everything.
At your worst, you want to still be the best.
Yeah, even at your worst.
100%.
Which I understand. I mean, Jan is...
Which realistically is not realistic all the time. I mean, it is what it is, you know.
So right now, just real quick, the odds are, of course, they're in favor of Merab winning at minus 485. And we got Jan at plus 370 currently. What are your thoughts on this? Because Merab is just really is a machine. That's not even a fight name. That's just true. And it's just hard to see anybody right now in that division just.
Well, I think the thing is the reason why a lot of people think they can knock Merab out is because the way Merab strikes sometimes, like the punches, like some of the things when he's throwing things, right? Technically, they're not right. They're not correct. You know what I mean? Some of them are technically not correct, or how Coach Blake, like, you know what I mean? Sometimes he does overextend himself. You know, sometimes he don't bring his hands back where they need to be. You know, and sometimes he can't get caught. Sometimes whenever he does swing, his hands do get kind of low, right? But the thing is, Merab fights all the time. One thing about a guy that's in the gym, that's training all the time, I had a time where I was just sparring constantly. I sparred all the time. You just understand fighting. You just understand when you're in certain ranges, what the dangers are. You even start to see things a little bit faster, so your body naturally kind of shield you from things. And I believe that's what Merab is. Merab is now fought in two of the rangier, devastating strikers in this division, and fought them both differently. He fought Corey Sandhagen at a close range, to take it to where whenever they did throw, he was able to be first and get there first.
Yes.
He fought Sean from a fucking distance. Like, he put distance, he had that range, and then he put an extra amount of distance in between him and Sean, to where Sean had to work to get to him. And then he decided, all right, whenever he works and he gets to this, or he swings and he opens up, whenever he opens up and he gets to this range, I can take him down, or I can throw things from here, or I can throw back at this position. Whenever, as he was literally judging the distance whenever Sean was changes. He's bouncing around, but it may look like they're just moving around, but he was judging distance. Whenever Sean got to that certain distance here, Merab knew it first. So he went. It wasn't even just shots, even punches. Oh, yeah. Even whenever he was throwing punches, he caught Sean with some punches there too. Yeah, but that's what it was. He was just, when he got to that constant moving around, with Sean to realize he put the distance in between them, but he allowed Sean to while he was trying to feel and set up his range, and he's moving around, he's not realizing, all right, damn, now you're getting closer. It was beautiful. The setup, everything, how he did it. It was some shit that I didn't even think to do, that I didn't even think that he was going to do. Right. Yeah. So
you're right. He's good at adapting.
He's very creative. He's very adaptive. He's tailored. He's very creative.
He's very tailored to who he's fighting. Even if he makes a mistake, very quickly he will turn that mistake into something that
he has steps already in place. When, all right, if I do this and this happens, I'm going to do this, and if he does this, I'm going to do this. I've sat and had conversations with Merab about, like, all right, if this guy stands this way, I'm not gonna give away his whole bag. I'm not gonna give away his bag and shit. But if this guy stands this way and I can get here, I can throw this, and if he reacts this way, I'm gonna go. That's literally what he's doing. He's just literally calculating this shit. Right? Now, with a pewter Jan's not as big. He's not as tall. He does have more punches. Jan has more shots, like skillful shots that he can hit him with the hands to finish the fight, than almost, I'd say, about anybody. I'd say Henry and Pewter Jan kind of presented the same threat. I believe Pewter has more devastation in some of his strikes, or some of his setups can be more devastating with his punches and with his strikes. But essentially, I see this is the same as that. And the first time they fought, Merab just stayed on him. He just stayed on him, made him steady wrestle, made him steady grapple. If they get into, if Merab makes, which he can do that, I believe, are they even, Merab's taller than he is, right?
Let's pull up their stats. Oh, of course, my screen would change. No, Merab's shorter than him.
Merab's an inch shorter than he is.
He has 1 inch reach
and he's got a longer reach. So Merab's not used to having that type. You know what I mean? So Merab's going to be able to smother him. He's going to be able to be all over him, not give him any space. So as long as Merab don't just straight up drop his hands and shoot and leave his head out there to get caught with an uppercut or like a knee or some crazy shit, I believe Merab would just stay on him, just stay in his face. Like literally, he can literally just reach out, keep grabbing his hands and keep like this, and just stay on him. And then the minute Pewter, just shoot and make him grapple. Yeah. Make him grapple. If I believe Merab, this is what I believe Merab should do. I believe Merab should just come out, make him grapple. Because Pewter can grapple, but he don't have the gas tank of Merab, right? So if Merab just comes out and gets on him and makes it like, all right, we're going to get in exchange, and just makes it a dirty fight from right then from the jump, I believe he wears him out. And then eventually he starts to take him down and put him down and dump him and do the same thing he did to him the first fight.
Do you see it going at that happening soon? Like first, second round?
No. I believe he pours it on. I believe he wears him out. I believe he could get the finish in like the third or the fourth round.
Yeah.
But I believe just stay on him. Just stay on him. Don't even so much. He don't even have to so much as worry about strikes. Just worry about initiating the grappling exchange and making him feel like, oh, I gotta grapple. Because if he thinks like, all right, I'm just gonna neutralize your grappling, Merab can shoot all day. He can initiate these exchanges all day. So he just wears you out there. You know what I mean? That's all he's got to do is just make him work. For Jan, he's gonna have to work that boxing. He's gonna have to find that range where he can land and put shots on Merab as long as he's in range. He's gonna have to make Merab put distance in between the two of them, right? Like how he fought O'Malley. He ain't gonna be able to fight Pewter Jan that way, right? O'Malley's more of a longer, explosive guy, so it puts him in a little bit more danger. Pewter Jan is a little bit more here and can fight in that pocket a little bit better. So I don't think being at that range and then trying to trick him into coming in, because you're liable that he can time that range too and catch you coming in, right? So he's gonna have to stay on him.
Yeah,
Pewter's gonna have to create that distance. He's gonna have to make him. He's gonna have to make it to where he can be in position where he can see Merab coming, force Merab to come in, and then see him coming to where he can in tight in the pocket. He's gonna have to be short shots. He's gonna have to fight with short shots.
I would think he would need to do that quick 100%. As well.
And then
as long
kicks.
as that goes,
he's gonna have to kick Merab. He's gonna find low kicks on Merab. He's gonna have to try to find some low kicks on Merab. Like you're not gonna be able to like take his gas tank out, but maybe you can do some damage to his leg, get him limping or something. Hopefully not, because I love Merab. I believe nobody is more. What's the word? That was deserving of being a champion and all good things coming to them than Merab. He's hands down one of the best people I've ever met. Yeah. Hands down one of the best people I've ever met.
And he truly lives like a champion. Like he doesn't drink. He doesn't do anything crazy. He's literally that guy that he win the belt and then he's training the next day. You know, like he's just so committed to his craft and staying on top. It's hard to beat somebody like that with that mindset, you know. Mm-hmm. All right, so we've gone through the entire card. You want to run through real quick and give some picks for our people that like to gamble out there?
Look, man, if I'm gonna give y'all some money, like I hate picking from like going with my boys and shit, just because, like I said, that's I'm biased. I don't like putting money where the heart is. All right. So
what do you think? You want to just do a main card?
Right, just based off of non-bias, and I'm gonna give y'all a parlay. Y'all, I'm only gonna give y'all what I feel is like safe bets, right? And I'm not gonna give y'all a specific parlay. Y'all just kind of pick from these what y'all want or where y'all do, right? So the first fight, even though I like Santos, I don't know the other dudes, so I kind of would stay away from that. Mansour, he's gonna be one of those top guys. He's gonna be one of the top guys. Like think of like I think he's like a Shavkat almost, right? I look at
comparison.
Mansour as kind of like a Shavkat at middleweight. So I would feel confident betting on him. Don't know these two dudes all that well. After that, the Turner fight and Barbosa. I believe JT's physical stature in this fight is just entirely too much for Barbosa. He's 6'3", on 2 inches of reach. I think that Edson might have a hard time getting to him when it's just pure straight up striking, and it's just a guy that's fast and that don't just have that one to go knockout power touch you kind of make you dizzy type of deal. I'd lean more towards Jalen Turner. So yeah, I think JT would be but he's like what? Oh, he's a minus 250, so which makes sense. But Torres, I wouldn't really mess with that one. Nazim versus Zabab. Obviously, I'm biased towards Nazim, so I'm like I said, I try to keep the money away from that one. That's a great fight. No, wasn't really big. Now, like I said, when Terrence is on, he's one of the best. He's one of the best. I believe Terrence can get this fight done. Would be a good spot. I mean, a good pick here, especially at plus money. I believe in his skill that much. Terrence would be all right bet. Would be a pretty good bet. Shit, I'd probably go Torres. I think Torres could possibly get this one done. Bogdan versus Blachowicz. I'd stay away from that one. That one's just kind of weird and up in the air. Hail Mary pick. If you want a Hail Mary, I would go Peyton Talbott by knockout. It's possible. It's possible. This kid is his talent, his skill is there. I'd probably say the favorite more so would be Henry Cejudo. I believe Henry's wrestling is going to be the trump card here. But Talbot by knockout is definitely somewhere a place for that. Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno. Joshua Van versus Pantoja. I love the story of Joshua Van. I do, man. And I do see a way where he could win and he could do. I just don't see it happening.
Yeah.
I just really don't see it. I just don't see I believe he's still got some places that he can grow, that he can really, really grow before he gets to where he can like I said, this is my opinion. He could surprise us on Saturday, but I'd say Pantoja. And then in the main event, I'd say Merab Dvalishvili. Yeah, for sure. I'd go with Merab. Pretty much that's how I see it. That's how I see all of these.
All right.
Yeah. Take those how you will. Mix them, mix parlays, whatever. Mix and match, however you want to do it. And what so or whatever. But yeah, man. I can't bet, so hopefully y'all win some money. And if you do, you win some because of me. Just share some with me. Just toss. We take donations, you know.
Just shit. Just give us a shout out.
I like lunch. I'm just playing.
He likes cookies.
I do like cookies.
He does like cookies.
I do like cookies. Henry has a huge stylistic advantage. Yeah, I do believe like just that matchup between Talbot and Henry it's a tough one, bro. I do believe Talbot will be at that scale. I just don't think he's quite at that level just yet. I mean, I don't believe it. And do I believe his talent could carry him to a win against somebody at that level? Yes, absolutely. But it's an uphill battle. That's all I'm saying.
All right. We did it. We made it through. Is there anything you want to cover before we close out? I mean, we haven't done a work council in a while. Again, sorry guys for the late talks, but it's never too late to talk about fights.
Damn,
yeah, I got anything you want to say?
Did you have something that you want to remind me about?
No.
I don't know, man. Shit, if there's anything I'm thinking I'm missing, I got some things going on. Recovery's going good. I had surgery a few weeks ago. I'm back walking. on my feet. We just working towards chopping at the bit to get back, come back strong and everything like that. If I missed anything, man, it's what y'all got to use the comments for, man. You got to use the comments to let me know if y'all want to hear my take on something, or let me know about something, or y'all want to talk about something. That's the time to do that.
You guys are lucky tonight. We don't have that many people on our live, so we get to read through these a little more. We do have a $5 minimum if you want us to read them out loud, but I think you commented on one that you read, and I've seen a couple of things in here. This is the last pay-per-view of the year, and this is also the last pay-per-view in the era of ESPN, because next year, 2026, Paramount's taking over.
I like that parlay, bro. You got to come back and tell me how that one actually does. He said he's going McKinley, Turner, Torres, Moreno, Pantoja, and Marab. I like that. Let's see. Come back and let me know how that go, for sure. 100% I want to know how that one goes.
Sorry, I'm reading through these. Yeah. Somebody said, I want to gamble. Money picks. Come on, bro.
Man, cool, man. Yo, wow.
That's the only reason I came on here.
How do I feel about Gagey and Pimblett? Ooh, I'm gonna do a break. We're gonna do a breakdown. Early thoughts is good fight. It's a good fight, bro. Patty has shown that he can compete. He can compete up with the best of them. We're gonna see, man. It's gonna be a great fight if he's able to actually get Gagey down and hold Gagey down and control and beat Gagey on the ground. Impressive. We've only seen Habib do that. Mm-hmm. Then we're gonna see how well he takes a punch too, because Gagey's gonna hit you. He gonna crack you. Them kicks is gonna be nasty. As well as Patty has some very heavy kicks. He sits heavy in his kicks as well. It's a great fight, man. It's a great fight. I can't wait to see it. I think Patty is legit for sure, 100% it is. And I think his size, pause at that weight class, like his height and that, I believe that gives him a big advantage too. Because he's not just big; he can move too. He's got some athleticism. He's young. He's got some bounce and his hop in his legs. Yeah.
You will be going to the fights.
I will be there.
You will be there.
I will be there. I'll be there. K side. If you're there, you see me. You already know. Say what's up. I'm always top there. Say what's up. Yeah, this bunch of short guys. A good card. Totally. It's a good card. I'm excited for it. For like literally from the start to finish, it's a great card. Every fight is good. Every fight is good that I see. On paper, they are. Obviously, they got to materialize into good fights, but I'm looking forward to it.
Someone said that Marab was going to drink after his fights. I don't think he drinks.
He doesn't.
I mean, we went to his after party. He didn't.
The bottles are definitely there, though.
They're there. The
bottles are definitely there, though.
He parties like he does, though.
Mm-hmm.
He'll dance and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure everybody's having a good time.
DJ stage.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a very disciplined guy.
Yeah. I think Amber Rose was at the last one.
And the Wayans brother was there. One of the Wayans brothers was there.
Was he? Mm-hmm. Who?
I'm going blank. Bobby Wayne? No.
Puka Nakul was there.
No. It was wait, I gotta.
There was a few people there.
I'm literally going blank on his name. Yeah, he was in a cap. He totally didn't. It was Marlon.
Marlon Wayans was there?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Where?
He was there. He was walking. I think he was wearing green or something. Yeah, he was there.
I didn't see him. It was hella fucking people there, though.
It was so many. It was like so tight.
It was tight.
You just couldn't see who was who.
XS.
Yeah.
All right. It's late. I'm going to let y'all go to sleep. I'm going to go do my thing and appreciate y'all. Tap in. We're going to do a reaction show. I promise I'm going to get more consistent with these. A lot of shit going on outside, everything, whatnot. We're getting it all taken care of, getting it all in order.
And you're back in Vegas now for recovery. So, be here. We got our studio. We got our guy behind the camera here. Putting this all together for us. So yeah, we'll be back
Oh, that's a good question. If Yuri and Alex happens again, do I think it'll be different? No. No.
What about
obviously it'll be a different fight?
What about if Jan and Alex happened again? Do you think that would be different?
I think Blachowicz won the first time.
Yeah.
If I still hold the opinion that Jan Blachowicz beat Alex Pereira whenever he first got the 205. They fumbled that decision. You would have just go watch it. Just go watch it. I just say go watch it. Yeah.
Well, knowing that it, knowing that it went to a decision, him feeling like he won, a lot of people thinking that he won. Do you think he would?
I don't know, man. The way Yuri fights, he always gives himself a chance. But the way that he's been fighting, the way that he fought with me, and the way does he beat Alex that way, I'm not sure. Alex is getting better. Mm-hmm. He's definitely getting better. I seen a video recently of him sparring. If he he's moving and he's striking and he's hitting that way, no, I don't see Yuri beating him.
I did see someone in here ask, the big what if question, if Alex went up and fought John Jones, do you think he would win?
No.
I mean, I had my answer for that too, but it was for you, so.
No. He wouldn't be able to stop.
There's a reason, guys.
John.
There's a reason they will not let him go up to heavyweight.
Yeah, he wouldn't be able to stop John. He wouldn't be able to stop John from taking him down. That's the only thing. That's the only thing about Alex at heavyweight. The way he moves, right at 205, 205ers can get to him. It's just his strength, and then like his athleticism. He's able to stay up. He's been able to stay up on the feet. Heavyweight guys, they're just gonna lift him. You get what I'm saying? It's not gonna be the same. And his movement isn't like how Cyril Gane fought Tom Aspinall, how he was able to jab him and keep his feet moving. Like Alex don't fight that way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's really square and it's bang heavy into that shot. They're just gonna follow that shot back and shoot. You know what I'm saying? So they'd be able to get a hold of him. Mm-hmm. It'd just be different.
Yeah.
But I'd watch it. Shit, I'd watch. But just hang on around a little bit. I'll be back.
Fudge Nugget was inviting you on his platform. Sometimes they do a Q&A, get a new fan base, just do Control for F4 Chan SP every day.
You figure something out, bro, for sure. I'm always down to branch out and do things like that with other people. As long as it's like cool and good fun. I like having good conversations. I like talking. I don't mind giving my thoughts and putting my thoughts out there and things like that. I like having dialogue with people. I think that's great, and I think it's good when we're able to do that in a good way and get people's different thoughts and opinions on things, because you never know what you might learn or how, like, what your eyes could be opened up to. So yeah, bro, for sure.
I love it when we have fans that are, actually.
I love friends that actually interact.
They actually interact and they give you their opinion.
Questions.
Yeah.
And even that, just have questions. Like, I like good questions.
Yeah, and they know what they're talking about.
You wanted that actually want to know. You can tell when somebody's actually a fan and they actually respect what you do and things like that, because the questions are like insane. Sometimes I've been hit with some questions. Sometimes like, damn, bro.
Yeah, right.
I never thought of that shit.
Yeah.
That's the part of the fan. That's the part of fans that I love.
Yeah, I like it too. I love it.
All right, bro. Reach out to me on IG, bro. We'll figure it out for sure. But yeah, we got to sign off. I actually got some business to take care of still. And yeah, man. Love. Appreciate y'all always. Tap in. We're gonna be back for reaction. I'm gonna start doing more lives, like the pre-recorded videos and things be cool. Like whenever I'm just trying to come in, say something real quick and then like get it out. But yeah, I'm gonna start doing more lives with y'all, man, so we can start having more conversations. We actually get into some dialogue and things like that, bro.
Yeah, we love the interaction. So
yeah, for sure.
Keep locking in with us, please. It was nice seeing you guys again.
All right, y'all. Love. Appreciate y'all.